Hello, namaste, sat sri akal, welcome to all the beautiful people out there. I hope you all are doing fine, and I hope you liked my previous video about chain maintenance on Dominar 400. This video is going to be about disc maintenance or disc pad servicing. Let us jump right in.
That's good.
So now we are going to service the disc pads. So this is the Bayer disc assembly, and the disc pads are located over here. You need to remove this and this pin to get the disc pads out. You'll take them out. We will brush them with the zero sandpaper and we'll fix them back in. And also we are going to clean the assembly. Let's move forward with it. The Bayer disc assembly has two pins, one on each side of the disc. So you need to remove both these pins to take the disc pads out. We will take them out and we will use the zero sandpaper to scrub them a little bit, to clean them up and put them back in. You need to pop this pin out. One. There is another pin. So this is the second pin that we will pop out. This is a tough nut. Okay, there comes out the second pin. There is this nut, or there is this screw kind of a thing that is holding the disc pads together. We need to move it on the other side so that we can pop it out. Here is what was holding both the disc pads. Now, as you can see, you need to slide it out like that, and the same on the other end. These are the two rear disc pads. We're going to brush them with the zero sandpaper and fix them back. Okay, so this is how you need to brush it a little bit. As you can see, a lot of dirt coming off of it. We're going to spray some diesel on the other end. Make sure you do not spray any diesel over here. Even if it gets stuck, make sure that you wipe it off, because if diesel gets stuck here, there will be a problem in braking. Just make sure that you do not get any diesel directly onto the disc pads. If accidentally you do, you need to clean it up thoroughly. And one more thing you need to take care is, guys, while the disc pads are out, you should not hit the brake, or nobody hits the brake pedal. You have to make sure of that. So as you can see the difference, this is how the clean disc pad looks like, and this is yet to be cleaned. Particles that are shining on the clean disc pads are not so much or not so visible on the one that is unclean. So we will do the same for this one. Okay, they seem to be almost clean now. We're going to spray some diesel, clean it up on the rear end. So this is how the disc pad looks. It is cleaned. Let me show you both of them. We'll put them back in. So we are going to spray some WD-40 so that it does not get rusted. There is an ABS wire that controls the ABS functioning on the brakes. You need to remove that and make sure you clean it properly. We'll do that right now. Take a size 8 spanner and loosen the bolt so that comes off. This is a magnetic substance kind of a thing. You need to clean it and put it back. You're almost done with the rear disc cleaning. The challenging part is the front disc cleaning, and we will do that after we are done with this. Just put it back in. Tighten the bolt. That's it, that's properly secured. Now time to put back the disc pads. Pop it under, just pop it in like that. So you have to do the same for the other end. Up and then backward, like that. Now that both are in place, let us put back the nut. You need to make sure that the nut goes through both the disc pads. Now time to put back the pins. One would go here, and make sure it's locked. And in the same direction, the second one, but both are in the same direction. However, this is opposite in the front disc assembly. That is how you clean the disc pad for the rear disc assembly on Dominar. Now let us jump to the front one. So basically there are 3 bolts that you need to loosen up to remove the front disc assembly. So that's number 1, and here is number 2, and finally we have number 3. Alright, we're done with all 3. So you need to clean this magnet. Just spray some diesel over it. This is the same magnet that controls the ABS, or this is the same wire that controls the ABS on the front disc caliper, and it looks much better than before. Time to remove the assembly. Now before removing the assembly, you need to make sure that you remove the disc pad first. So there is a pin over here. Eventually there had to be a pin over here, but I think it got lost. Let me speak to my mechanic about this. Need to remove this pin. Okay, so that is how that comes off. You need to poke it with a screwdriver so that it comes off of the other end. There it is. This is what was holding the disc pads together. So this is how dirty my disc pads are, and how dirty my disc assembly is. Let me show it to you. We need to clean all this up. It's been quite a while since I have cleaned this. So let's put in some WD-40. Now I'm going to clean the calipers. You can remove this holder. You can remove this holder as well. This is the holder that holds the disc pads in place. If you would like, you can remove them as well. Let me try removing it after I finish cleaning. That's that. That is how it's removed. Let me clean it again thoroughly this time. Let me remind you that nobody, hits the brake, or nobody squeezes the brake lever. I mean, it could spell problems at this stage after you remove the disc, or after you remove the disc assembly. So you have to make sure of that each time you remove the disc assembly. Time to clean the disc pads, or time to rub some sandpaper onto the disc pads. As you can see, this is how it looks before I clean it. So this is before I clean it, and this is after I clean it. Let me do it for same for this one. Alright, I think we are done with the cleaning part. Let us spray some WD-40 and clean it with a cloth. So this is how the cleaned one looks like, and this is the unclean one, or the dirty one. As you can see the difference. Clean this one, the holder, and we should be done. After which we're going to start putting the disc pads back together. I would request you to please make sure that you wipe your discs after you have serviced your disc pads to avoid slippery braking. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put the pin back on now. As you can see, this is where it goes. Okay, I'm sorry, this is how it goes. I've lost the second pin. I'll make sure that I replace it soon. Now we need to align the disc accordingly. You need to create some space between the disc pads so that the disc can fit in over here, and we can pop this disc assembly back in. So right now that is what we need to do. With the help of screwdriver, we need to create some space. after there is some space between the discs, you have to align the assembly. And that is how you push it back in. After that, you just need to tighten the bolts. Make sure that it is aligned properly before you tighten the bolts. Now for the magnetic sensor. Make sure it's tightened properly. And that's it. That is how you clean and put your disc pads back together, or put the disc assembly back together rather. If you're not happy with the braking of Dominar, you can change the disc pads to KTM's disc pads, or probably an aftermarket disc pads which include ceramic disc pads as well. There is, however, one more thing that I would like to add, is that after you service your discs, your brakes might get a little slippery. So I would not advise you to go at higher speeds at once. I would advise you to go 15 to 20 kilometers at slower speeds, so that the brake or the disc pads get adjusted accordingly, and later on you can continue as usual. I hope you all liked the video about disc maintenance on Dominar 400. So if you like the video, please do like, comment, share and subscribe. And I am seeing that 90% of the people who are watching my videos are not subscribing to my channel. I would request you to please subscribe to my channel as well. And as always, happy riding, stay home and stay safe for now. And ciao.